Today's weather is sponsored by Expressway Car Wash, Lube, and Deli with 2 locations in Paducah, Kentucky. Just a quick reminder for those using the texting service, we have an Apple app now. Just look under Bo Dotson Weather. And we also have the Android app under Weather Talk, so you can download those. The apps receive the text messages much faster than regular texting. AT&T and Verizon can sometimes be slow. Don't forget to sign into your accounts. Make sure you have Weather One on. That's the one for severe weather, tornado messages. The next one here, that's for severe weather, social media links, Facebook, blog, video. When I update that during severe weather, I'll send you a link. Turn that on. So green is on. Obviously, red is off. Good evening. I'm meteorologist Bo Dotson. It's about 6:50 p.m. in the evening, and we've got some thunderstorm chances tonight. And some of those storms could be quite heavy and possibly even severe. Take a look here at satellite imagery. This is the visible imagery. You can see these big thunderstorms from Minnesota, Iowa, Kansas, Nebraska, tornado warnings. One report of a tornado in Minnesota, and if that's true, it would be the earliest tornado ever recorded in the state of Minnesota. This line of storms is starting to backbuild into Kansas and Oklahoma. You can see these cumulus clouds right here. These are thunderstorm tops blowing off 50,000-foot thunderstorms. These are severe, and quite a few tornado watches in effect from Minnesota back into Kansas. Now, as we move through the overnight hour, line of showers and thunderstorms will continue to develop and push eastward. Take a look at radar here, and all these boxes, those are warnings. Purple boxes are tornado warnings, and the red boxes are severe thunderstorm warnings. Take those off, and you can see the line of storms forming and moving southeast and east. Look back here in Kansas, you can see the line of storms is starting to back build is what we call that, build south and east. This is all going to fill in overnight, and by late tonight, large squall line everywhere, anywhere from Iowa to western Illinois, back into Missouri, Arkansas, and Oklahoma. And that will sweep into our area, probably going to be after 1 a.m. in the morning before it reaches our northwestern counties. Now, before that, we have a chance of some showers and storms forming ahead of that line, and we already see this happening over Arkansas. Now, this precipitation will move northeast through the evening. Some of it could become heavy with even some lightning, some thunder. These are not anticipated to be severe, and these are not anticipated to be supercells. We'll have to wait for the squall line to get into the severe weather risk. And speaking of severe weather risk, let's take a look at that right now as well. Storm Prediction Center has outlined most of our area for at least some risk of severe weather tonight. Now, the greatest risk will be in the orange zone here. Less risk in the yellow, in the dark green is the least of the colors. As you move over here, this light, that's just non-severe thunderstorms, sub-severe general storms. Let's move in and focus a little bit more into our area. I always tell people, don't get too caught up on where the yellow line meets the orange line. Weather does not know boundaries. Weather doesn't know these maps that we create. But the greatest risk for severe weather tonight is anticipated to be from Springfield, Missouri, perhaps down to Randolph County, Illinois, Perry County, Missouri, then back to Butler County, and then westward. This area is the most unstable, has the most wind shear, has the greatest risk for quarter-size hail, some 60, 70-mile-per-hour wind gusts, and maybe even some tornadoes. As you move into the yellow area, late tonight, that line of thunderstorms will push in from the west, and some of the storms could produce 50, 60-mile-per-hour wind gusts, maybe some nickel-size hail, and a small risk for a QLCS tornado. QLCS tornado is not the same as a supercell tornado. Supercell tornado hit Perryville last week. The QLCS ones are short-lived, like the one that hit Cuba, Kentucky, Graves County, usually 10 feet to maybe 100, 200 feet wide. They can last less than a minute. Some of them last 2 or 3 minutes, and they're gone. They can cause damage, of course. Winds can gust 100, 120 miles an hour. So if a tornado warning is issued, of course, seek shelter until the storm passes. The line of storms, as it moves eastward tonight, will lose some of its severe weather punch. It will keep its heavy rain threat, but will start to lose some of that energy late tonight. And as the squall line advances further into the area, there's less and less and less risk for severe weather reports. So, may see some watches issued later for most of the area, perhaps part of the area. Tornado watch possible for our western counties. We'll just have to wait and see about everywhere else. It's going to be a late night event. Let me show you one model. This is the HRRR model. Does a great job in the short range. Let's just move through tonight. We'll stop here at about 11, 12 o'clock in the morning. Here's your wavy thunderstorm line. Call that a squall line. Where you have these little line segments. That's where severe weather can occur. It's going to be a late night. I'll be up all night watching this. Let's move through the night. 2 a.m. 3 a.m., Mount Vernon, Carbondale, probably some thunder, lightning, strong and gusty winds down towards Poplar Bluff. You get the general idea. Squall line is going to move through the area later tonight. Stop here at 5 a.m. in the morning. Many of you waking up for school and work. Heavy showers and thunderstorms over parts of northeast Arkansas into the Boot Hill, West Kentucky, into southern Indiana. Probably not going to be dealing with severe weather during this time period. We'll keep an eye on it. Some heavy downpours. Some areas might pick up an inch, inch and a half of rain. Some of the models show 2 inches. If we get thunderstorms training over the same area, you can pick up heavy rain. The PWatt values tonight are very high, especially for this time of the year. Keep moving forward here. Stop here about 7, 8 a.m. Kids getting on the bus. The western counties should be drying out. Still some rain over our eastern counties, and all of that will push out of the area as we move into late morning, early afternoon, exiting last over the Hopkinsville and Bowling Green area. The rest of tomorrow will remain dry.